expect a good one out of this Diamond Dynasty matchup between the Texas Rangers and the Bulls. It's baseball. It's the show, and it comes your way next. Ready now is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. He will lead this one off today.
Off the afternoon for Texas, the shortstop.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Here's Darvish on 0-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away. Into the box, Nick Solak. A fastball taken for strike one. Our game time temperature here to start play, a balmy 86 degrees at first pitch. And the slider gets him swinging, 2 gone. Next to stand in is Adolis Garcia. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. He's set, and the pitch. In there for strike one, 0-1. He looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now.
Oh, I love that pitch right there.
But we'll have to press pause as that strike 3 to retire the side. And now, Fernando Tatis Jr. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The right fielder, Fernando Tatis.
Now here's the pitch.
Jr.
Pulled the fastball down a little too much there. That's ball 1. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. 2-0 count, the pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Garcia moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. Next, here is Trent Grisham.
The center fielder, Trent Grisham.
The pitch. 1 out, nobody on. Lifted the other way down the left field line, and this will wind up a foul ball. Grisham is really quite an athlete. Not only does he drive the ball with great power, but he's also a big-time threat on the base pass. He can really fly.
Yeah, Matty, this guy's got tools oozing off him. When he gets out of the car at the stadium, you know he's going to impact the game, whether with his legs or with his bat.
First offering on its way. Trevor Story is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0. A ball and a strike to Trevor Story.
Hey, I still believe in my heart the best pitch is a well-executed fastball down and away, and that's exactly what that is. He swings at that. That's off the end of the bat. That's not hard contact at all, and that's an easy out for the defense.
The 2-1 home.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Now the payoff pitch home. Line hard deep into left. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, Eduardo
Escobar standing in. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. Runner in scoring position with two gone. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus.
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him. So now here is Chris Taylor looking to put them ahead early with this at-bat.
Taylor.
First delivery to him as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1.
Hey, that's just a great mix of pitches right there, and that's what this guy's going to do if he's going to keep this team off balance.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. 1-1. Here it is. Pitch is way outside, and he can't even get a glove on it. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Peters is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. All set for the start of the inning, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Nate Lowe.
The first baseman.
He's set. Here it comes. The 1-0. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball. 1-1. Darvish pauses, and the pitch. A ball and 2 strikes now. Not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out. Stepping in next, Charlie Culberson.
Third baseman, number 2.
First offering on its way. Now he turns and smokes this one into deep center field. And he's going to make the play over toward his right, and there are 2 away now. So the bases are empty with 2 gone now. And into bat next, former Dodger minor leaguer Willie Calhoun. In there, and it's 0-1. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and stepping in, the slick fielding shortstop Brandon Crawford. First pitch of the AB now. Popped him up. Heim is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone. Next, it'll be Tommy Pham.
The left fielder, Tommy Pham.
First offering. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Fastball just inside. Bottom of the second here with no score. Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. And now a pitch on the way. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Looking up is the right fielder. Still ranging back. And that one is gone.
The catcher, Crash Davis.
Into the box, Crash Davis, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. And that one yanked just foul. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Breaking ball called third strike as that catches the zone for out number 2.
Batting ninth.
So 2 out, nobody on. And the pitcher bats next. That'll be Yu Darvish. First pitch on its way as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Now a swing and a fly ball. And it's a foul ball. The 1-1. Now a flare out toward right center. Here comes the right fielder, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Now batting, the right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr.
And that'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball 1-0. Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0.
Man, 35 pitches with only 2 outs in the second inning. Ideally, you'd like to have 30 or less after 2 innings, so he's got some catching up to do.
Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Now at the plate, here is DJ Peters, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one.
DJ Peters.
First offering on its way.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
And he struck him out. So here is Jonah Heim as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box.
And this isn't his strong side, at least not in terms when you look at the stat sheet or his consistent contact rates. I just don't think he's quite as smooth with his rhythm and swing mechanics when he's hitting left-handed. Expect the guy on the mound to keep attacking the zone. He wants a quick inning so he won't be nibbling.
And there's out number 2. Now at the plate is Kohei Arihara. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Taylor has it. Over to first, and that retires the side. Plate now is Trent Grisham. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
0-1 the count. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
The MO of this pitcher in the early going is certainly establishing the inside part of the plate. He has been dominant. Sometimes you just got to tip your hat if a guy can effectively, consistently pitch inside like he is.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Now
and that brings in the power-hitting shortstop Trevor Story. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up.
And he's got to build off that last AB. He battled. Usually when you battle, you get in that swing mode. A lot of pitches, you'll swing at the rosin bag. I love the fact that he was able to work a double in last at bat. Let's see if we get more of the same right here.
Ready on 0-2. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
The first baseman,
now to the plate,
5.
Eduardo Escobar. He was plunked with a pitch in his first trip to the plate. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about it.
1 sec as that ball is into the gap in right center. Should be good for at least 2 bases. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, Chris Taylor.
To the plate now, Chris Taylor, as the first pitch misses high and inside for ball 1. Flew out in his only at-bat so far.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
Outside, 3-0 now.
There's absolutely no need to challenge him in this situation right here. Do yourself a favor, be smart, nibble a little bit, maybe use his aggressiveness against himself.
He's set the 3-1. That's a strike to throw down. And he'll be tagged out trying to steal third. And that just doesn't make much sense as the inning is over. Now it'll be Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. He'll begin things here against Yu Darvish.
Still a big bagel in that hit column, and this is where the frustration can start setting in on a team if they're not careful. It's never a good feeling when you know the guy out there on the mound is completely shutting you down.
2-0 now. 3-0 now.
Great AB up until this point. A walk right here could really just infuse some confidence into this lineup.
Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
Fell behind early in this one 3-0 and has battled back with 2 quality strikes. Interested to see if he catches a big part of the plate right here or tries to get a nibble.
The next 3-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. But this will wind up being a foul ball. The 3-2 one more time. Swinging a blooper to the right side. Right fielder coming on.
The batter, number 15, second baseman, Nick Solak.
That'll bring in Nick Solak as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. So now into the box is Adolis Garcia, struck out in his last trip to the plate. First delivery to him as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
He's running. In time as he just gets the tag down. Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Hey, make no mistake about it, this lineup's going to have to get going again.
We'll leave it right there as he strikes out, and that ends the inning. And now here is Chris Taylor. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Shortstop, Chris
From the stretch.
Taylor.
Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. A ball and a strike. A bouncer to the left side. And that's out number 1. Now 1 down with the bases empty, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting shortstop and San Francisco Bay Area native Brandon Crawford. The pitch. Swing and a long drive, deep, going. It's gone.
No surprise with that swing of the bat. This guy is simply one of the best in the game right now. There's not too many guys that take a beautiful hack like that in the league.
Now batting, left fielder, Tommy Pham.
Stepping in now, Tommy Pham, as he comes up empty on a pitch right down the middle for strike 1. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the 2nd. In there, and he's in control 0-2 now. Now a fastball here that'll wisely lay off, and it's 1-2.
Hey, I get it. He wants to set up that breaking ball down and away, but that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close.
The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. Here comes the right fielder. He gets there, and that's the second out. Digging in, the switch hitter, Crash Davis. He went down looking in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
The batter, the pitcher, Darvish.
In now, Darvish, and he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Here comes the right fielder. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Ready to go in the top of the 5th. And now here's Nate Lowe.
The first baseman.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. As he'll take a look at ball 1. Into the corner and slicing foul. A 2-1 count to the Rangers first baseman.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
Oh, and this one is hit a ton out to center. Racing back the center fielder. Gone to lead off the inning.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. So now to the plate, Charlie Culberson. A swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he falls behind 0-2. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. And here's the former prize Dodger prospect, Willie Calhoun. And now the first pitch, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. Now a ball hit sharply toward third, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Now that the center fielder, DJ Peters.
At the plate now, DJ Peters. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. And they take the lead. It's gone.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
The catcher, number 28, Jonah Hahn.
Archie Bradley, the 6'4" right-hander, comes in out of the bullpen to do the pitching.
Bradley.
Into the box now, Jonah Heim. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Kohei Arihara, grounded out in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him.
We're going to see him throw that hard fastball early and often.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
It's becoming more and more common in today's game to see relievers like this that can...
A dive, and oh, he can't hang on.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
So now up steps Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Now a swing and a fly ball. And it's a foul ball. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Hit on the ground out to short. Glove by Taylor. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and coming forward now is the shortstop, Fernando Tatis Jr.
Fernando Tatis.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. Hit hard to short. There's Kiner-Falefa. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. So bases are empty with 1 out now, and that brings up Trent Grisham. First offering. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Calhoun waits on it, and he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning. Now into the box, Trevor Story. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. First delivery to him. Lays off 1-0.
Wouldn't mind the pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against him.
Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far.
Now here's a fly ball. Well hit. Right fielder looking up at the track. The wall. And that one is gone.
Man, this has been a rough one for this guy so far. That's the 3rd homer he's allowed today. You better start keeping the ball down in the strike zone, or that total might continue to rise.
The first baseman, number 5.
Here's Eduardo Escobar as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He doubled his last time through. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. Throw to first with time to spare, and the side is retired. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and that'll bring in the 2nd baseman, Nick Solak. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. And it's fouled away. Weak grounder down the line at 3rd. Scooped up. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Stepping up is Adolis Garcia. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone.
Good spot to be in right now as a hitter. Count your favor 1-0. Good time to get a fastball and turn it loose.
2-0 now. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Nate Lowe waits on deck. Swing and a miss. Good pitch, and it's full now, 3-2.
That was a great hack right there. Timing was on point. Just sometimes you have bad bat barrel accuracy.
And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Nate Lowe stands in as he checks his swing here for strike 1. In the air, down the line in left. Left fielder is on the move. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Now to the plate, here is Chris Taylor. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
The shortstop, Chris Taylor.
First pitch of the AB now. And that misses inside, 1-0. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1. Heading out towards shallow right. Garcia is in a few steps as he takes it for the first out. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. Blasted a solo homer last time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now Crawford swings and pulls this one on the ground to second. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning. Next up is Tommy Pham. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a changeup to start him out, but that's looked at down and in for ball 1. Pham with an even 1-1 count now. On he pops it up, drifting just beyond the infield. Solak grabs it to retire the side. Camilo Doval is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. 7th inning ready to roll, and that'll bring in the Georgia native Charlie Culberson.
The third baseman, number 2, Charlie.
First pitch of the AB on its way. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Popped him up. Crawford shading to his right. He's got it 1 away. Next, it'll be Willie Calhoun. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. 1 out, nobody on. Fouled off. In front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th. Stepping in once again is DJ Peters. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Boy, this guy right here in that last AB, how about straightaway center field? He hits a bomb, and as a pitcher, you're trying to pitch to the big part of the ballpark, but a guy like this, if he has pop to hit it out to center field, I might have to think pitching this guy down and away down on the corner.
And here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now. And he won't go after the cut fastball. 2-2. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Rangers center fielder.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Josh Spores will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Eli White is into the ball game as well, as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch.
Davis.
First pitch of the AB now. Crash. Davis is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike, the count. Fouled away, and now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. Here's the pitch. Hit hard on the ground to the right. He'll get to this one deep in the hole. Throw in time at first. A nice play in short right for the first out. Ketel Marte will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Ketel Marte.
Set and the pitch, and he squares up on this one deep to straightaway right, and that one is gone.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just.
Up next is Fernando Tatis Jr. as he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball 1. Now the 1-0 is taken for ball 2.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a swing and a ball foul tipped straight into the catcher's glove as he's able to hold on for the second out.
Number 2.
Now to bat, Trent Grisham flew out last time up as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1.
You know, because this is just a 1-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
Ready with the 1-1. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Here now the 2-2. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Daniel Bard has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. So now to the plate, Jonah Heim. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
The catcher, number 28, Jonah.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Didn't quite catch the zone there, ball 1. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Left side, but well foul. This is on the ground over to first. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Brock Holt will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
16. Brock Holt.
As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. Cold strike on the corner. Good changeup that time. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The next 0-2. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. Popped up. Escobar brings it in, and that ends the inning. Number 61 is on, and he'll take over on the mound in relief. Digging in will be Trevor Story. He went deep last time up.
In the last at-bat, that breaking ball was really up in the zone. Not a good spot for a pitcher to throw the off-speed pitch. If he wants to come back and throw that in this at-bat, he better get it down below the knees.
First pitch on its way. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Well, he kind of tipped his hand right there. His approach is obviously sitting on the off speed because he was so late on that first pitch heater.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Hit back up the middle. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. So it's a leadoff base hit to open their half of the 8th.
The first baseman, number 5. Eduardo.
At the plate, Eduardo Escobar. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. And he'll be back in standing up. The 1-0. Misses for the second ball. 2-1 after the foul ball there. Has a look, now the pitch. A swing and a high drive to right center field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Now at the plate, Chris Taylor. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point.
Shortstop, Chris Taylor.
Jake Cronenworth will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning. Runners off for second and a step off, and now he throws on the brakes, but he can't get back to first, and he's nailed for the second out. Big mistake there. The pitch. Now he'll step out at the plate and reassess things here. The 1-0 home. Outside and low, 3-0.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Daniel Hudson comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. All set to start the ninth in this one, and that means Nick Solak will dig in. He's set. Here it comes. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
Curveball just about rung him up, but it's to 2-2. He struck him out the third time he's fanned in the game. So next to bat will be Adolis Garcia. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Strike one to start the at-bat. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Saw his eyes light up that time, but he swung at a bad one there.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
And this misses, and Hudson goes to a full count now. It's 3-2.
And obviously this guy's a double threat up there. He can run and he can go yard too. You don't want to walk him because he might steal a base on you, but you don't want to groove a fastball either because he can take you out of the yard.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Nate Lowe is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike one. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. And it's fouled away. Texas down to their final strike in this one. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Yeah, and it's anybody's guess what will happen when two teams clash in Diamond Dynasty. So we get a one-run contest here, offering just about everything you want in a game of baseball.
A one-run finish, 4-3, the final tally today. The Bulls jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Camilo Doval takes home the win. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.